Welcome to the Great Basin Fire Potential Briefing for Thursday, September 17th. This is Gina McGuire. We will continue to see very cool temperatures across the Great Basin with gradual warming as we move towards the weekend. However, temperatures will remain below normal through Friday and Saturday. Today, the area of widespread precipitation with wetting rains will occur across Idaho into far northeast Nevada and northern Utah into Wyoming. We'll also continue to see breezy winds across the area with stronger gusts today across Wyoming into southeast Idaho and Utah. Looking at the lightning over the last 24 hours, we did have thunderstorms over parts of eastern Nevada, into the northern half of Utah, and into far eastern Idaho. These thunderstorms, however, did bring plenty of wetting rain. Many areas over far eastern Nevada into northern Utah and southeast Idaho saw rainfall reports over a quarter of an inch, with most areas also seeing higher amounts between a half and 3/4 of an inch, with also some wetting rain that occurred over western Idaho. Over the last week, we've had plenty of precipitation over the eastern two-thirds of the Great Basin, with the heaviest rainfall amounts over Idaho and over parts of southern Utah. And these areas would be considered well above normal for precipitation over the last week. However, still over far western Nevada and parts of the Sierra, very dry conditions continue, with no rainfall reported in some areas over the last 2 to 4 weeks. Fire activity yesterday was light, with only a few fires reported across parts of southeast Nevada into Utah. Looking at the water vapor satellite image for this morning, the main area of low pressure has already dropped into the Great Basin with cold temperatures in place, along with plenty of moisture recently. However, another area of low pressure will move into the northwest today and move east across the northern half of the Great Basin today, and this will keep wetting rains across Idaho into western Wyoming and northern Utah, along with breezy winds. Fire potential will remain low across the area due to the cooler temperatures and recent wet weather. Today, temperatures will still remain cool, with highs only reaching the 40s over the central Idaho mountains and generally in the 60s and 70s over the rest of the northern half of the Great Basin in the lower elevations, with southern Nevada seeing highs near 90. Also, as we continue to see wetting rains over Idaho into western Wyoming, we'll also see mountain snow as snow levels remain fairly low. As we move into Friday, this trough of low pressure pushes off to the east. We may still see some showers over parts of southeast Idaho and Wyoming late tonight into early Friday morning. However, drier air will spread across the area on Friday, with also bringing lighter winds and gradually warming temperatures. However, fire potential will still remain low through this weekend in most areas due to the recent cool and wet weather. Temperatures Friday again will start gradually warming but still remain below normal, and we'll start to see relative humidity drop below 15% over parts of Nevada as that drier air works in. By Saturday, a ridge of high pressure starts to build over the area with generally dry conditions and light winds, and we'll start to see some fuels dry out again over parts of western Nevada as temperatures warm, especially in areas that haven't received much or any precipitation. Temperatures will start to reach normal over parts of western and southern Nevada on Saturday, but still remain below normal further east, with again continued drying across the region. Warmer and drier weather continues on Sunday as the ridge of high pressure in the southwest builds north. However, as we move into Monday, we'll start to see more moisture moving its way up into southern California, southern Nevada, and southern Utah for a return of showers and thunderstorms. Over parts of western and northern Nevada, we'll see a return to low to moderate fire potential as the drying continues. However, low fire potential will continue further east. As we move into Tuesday and Wednesday, this moisture spreads further north over much of central and eastern Nevada into Utah. And then as we move into the middle of the week, we'll start to see this moisture work its way north up into Idaho and Wyoming. Also, another trough of low pressure will approach the northwest coast, and this will bring a return to some cooling temperatures from mid to late next week, along with breezy winds as that moisture spreads north with showers and thunderstorms. Looking at the overall forecast amounts of precipitation, through Friday we'll continue to see those areas of wetting rains today and tonight over Idaho into northern Utah and western Wyoming. And then as we move into the early to mid portion of next week and that moisture starts to push back from the south over southern and eastern Nevada into Utah, we'll see a return of wetting rains, and also from mid to late next week, that moisture starts to increase across Idaho. Now looking at the fire danger indices across the Great Basin, ERCs have dropped significantly across northern and eastern areas due to the recent wet weather and cold temperatures, but have not dropped as significantly over western Nevada as moisture has been more sparse. However, all areas are below normal, but more significantly below normal with ERC over northern and eastern areas. Temperatures as we move into the last part of September may be above normal over the eastern half of the Great Basin, with cooler temperatures over the northwest into northern Nevada and Idaho, along with an increase in moisture again, especially across Idaho, Wyoming, and Utah into far eastern Nevada. However, over western Nevada, we still may not be seeing as much moisture. That concludes the briefing for today. If you have any questions, feel free to contact us. Thank you for listening.